let's dive into our second topic, which is your internship experiences. I know there's a lot of organizations out there who are looking to tap into talent early on, and we do that through internships. What creates the best experience for you in terms of an internship?
Definitely internships that relate to my field and what I want to do in the future, because it gives me a great perspective on, oh, well, I do want to do this long term. Is this the exact career I want? Do I want something slightly different? Because, you know, in computer science, there's so many different versions of computer science careers out there. And in addition to that, what's most important to me in an internship is I do meaningful work for the company, because, well, after learning all this stuff in school, you kind of want to share and show everything you've learned, and then contribute more than just doing paperwork or, you know, filing papers for somebody, because anybody can do that. But I want to show off to the company what I can really do for them.
So how do you suggest a company assess how to best use you? How do you suggest that they tap into what you are so talented at?
That's always the biggest difficulty, right? Determining what kind of work they can do, because there's always the very difficult work, and then there's the more simple work. I really appreciate how Harris, at the current company I'm working at, during the summer, even though I'm only an intern, I don't know many, I haven't finished school yet, I don't know a lot of things. They took the time to teach me, and then I eventually can pick it up very quickly instead of like being on my own. They always taught me. If I didn't know this certain computer science term yet because I hadn't taken the class, they would go through, explain, draw pictures for me on the board, and then I could pick it up myself, because that's the point of computer science. You learn one thing and then you build off your own knowledge. And then now I'm doing more complicated work, writing my own code, which I didn't do in the summer. But now that I know more about the company's way of doing things, I can do that myself. So it's totally progressing.
So it sounds like a combination of being able to give you meaningful work, meaning work that they can use and leverage after you leave, and also taking the time to teach you about them so that you can do the best work possible with what you know and what you learn from them.
Yes. Both those I trust that with both those combinations, that you'd be surprised how much interns can actually produce once they get the proper support in the beginning.
Yeah, and you know what? Because of the fact that you are just a sophomore, they will have an opportunity to continue to work with you through junior year, and then potentially that could turn into a full-time position if that's something that appeals to you. That is, in many cases, the goal of us having interns, so that we actually get to really try somebody on before hiring them and really see if they have the potential to be a good fit. Is there anything else about the internships that you would want employers to know about as it relates to bringing interns for their summer?
I think definitely internships are a great time to start pushing more diversity. I think that's why programs like Inroads exist, so that you can introduce more people of color into these companies that don't really have as much diversity as normal, and then they can test out and feel for themselves. Because that way you can encourage people to join fields that are not predominantly, you know, of a certain race into the company, and introduce them, and then slowly like get them interested in the career, so that they will hopefully join, and eventually the company and the field will get more diverse.
That's a great point, Amy, because that is a great way to get to know the potential hire that you're going to make. And also, is there anything that they could do once you're there? Because you may find that as an intern, you are the one who stands out. Is there anything that the company can do while you're there to make you feel more welcomed, or to just provide a more nurturing environment while you're there, so that you may actually consider going to that company full time one day?
While I'm there, talking is definitely important. Communication between your coworkers and your management. That way, you know where you stand, and what you're doing right or wrong. And just communication, because it doesn't really, in the end of the day, we're all the same, we're all people, and you get to know people regardless of their color, race, or age through communication and understanding. So that will definitely encourage people to stay as long as you become close and communicate with people there.
That's great. Thank you for that.